How to knit the knit stitch. As if its name weren't a dead giveaway, the knit stitch is the most basic of knitting stitches and a must-know for all aspiring knitters. You will need your knitting project with the appropriate number of cast-on stitches. Step 1. Hold the needle with all the cast-on stitches in your left hand and the empty needle in your right. Position your work so the cast-on stitches are at the bottom of the needle and the yarn trails away to your right. Step 2. Slip the point of the empty needle through the topmost loop on your left needle. The tops of the needles will now be forming an X. Keep your stitches toward the top of the needles, but don't let them slip onto the point. Step 3. Hold the cross needles in your left hand and with your right hand wrap the yarn under and around the bottom of the needle in a counterclockwise direction. It should now be positioned between the two needles and trailing to the right side again. Be careful not to wrap the yarn around the left needle. Step 4. Taking the right hand needle back in your right hand, push its tip down with your left index finger and carefully bring it forward, catching the yarn sitting between the two needles as you do so. The right needle should now be on the top of the X with the yarn looped around it. Step 5. Move the left needle down so that the loop now at the top of it slips off, but don't let the new loop on your right needle fall off while you're doing this. You have just knitted a knit stitch. Keep your needles close together as you work. If you pull them apart, you'll end up with a long, messy string between the two needles. Step 6. Hold both needles with the fingers of your left hand again, repeating the steps to knit as many stitches as you cast on. When all the stitches have moved from the needle in your left hand to the needle in your right hand, you've completed your first row. Step 7. Swap the needles so the one with the stitches is back in your left hand and the empty one is back in your right hand. Continue knitting the stitches from one needle to the other as your pattern requires. Did you know knitting became a full-time profession in 14th century Europe and was an occupation dominated by men?